Hello, today we're going to create a guessing game, where the computer will guess a random number between 1 and 10, and the user will be asked to guess it, and the program will continue to ask until the user guesses the correct number. I'm going to leave the default sprite at the BYOB mascot called Alonzo, but I should give it the name Alonzo, and then maximize my BYOB window to make best use of the screen space available. Before I do anything, my program is going to make use of two variables. So I'm going to make the first one, which is the random number, and the second variable will be the user's guess. I'm going to leave both of these ticked at the moment to help me test my program. But of course, when the user runs the program, number would be unticked, otherwise it wouldn't be much of a guessing game. Looking at my algorithm, the first thing I need to do is to create a when flag clicked block. The next stage in my algorithm involves the computer choosing a number between 1 and 10 at random. But instead of having a whole lot of individual blocks for this, I'm going to create my own block to perform this task. A block like this is sometimes also called a procedure. There are two ways to create a procedure. Either click on Variables and make a block, or right-click in the Scripts area and choose Make a Block. Because the task of this block is mainly concerned with variables, I'm going to make it a Variables command block. I'm going to call it Choose Number and make sure it's available for all sprites. Then click OK. We can see straight away that the Choose Number block comes up in the Variables panel, and the block editor opens, ready for me to add some code. The first thing this procedure is going to do is set the number the user has to guess to a random number between 1 and 10. At this point, I'll also set the user's guess to 0. This is often called initializing a variable, giving it a starting value. So before the user's guessed anything, we'll set it to 0. And lastly, I'm going to give the user a message about the program, telling them what they're expected to do. So in looks, the program will say, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Can you guess it? That's the Choose Number procedure finished, so we can click OK, go into Variables, and pull out that new block. Once number has been chosen, looking at my algorithm, I need to repeat the next stage until the user's guess equals the random number which has been chosen. The next stage in my algorithm is to take in the guess. So once again, I'm going to make a block for this. It's more about sensing than anything else, and I'll call it Take in Guess. Looking at the algorithm for this stage in my program, I'm going to ask the user, enter your guess 1 to 10, and wait until the user enters their answer. I should then set my guess variable to whatever the user's answer was. Click OK, and you can see at the bottom of the sensing blocks I have a new one called Take in Guess, which I'm going to pop into my program now. The final part of my algorithm is to check the user's guess. So I'm going to create a new block, call it Check Guess, and the category that fits checking the guess best is probably Control. Don't worry if you don't create a category for your block. If you don't choose a category, it will just be coloured grey and will be available at the bottom of the Variables palette. So I click OK, and up comes my block editor. And I'm going to bring out an if-else block, so that if the user's guess equals the number chosen by the computer, then I'll say, well done, you guessed it, for 2 seconds. Otherwise, I'll say, bad luck, try again for 2 seconds, and click OK. Now going into Control, scroll down to the bottom and you should see your check guess procedure block there. Put that into place and our program is finished. So let's try our program. Well, I can see the number is 10, so I'm going to guess 5 to see if a wrong number works. And I'm now going to guess 10 to see what happens when I get the correct answer. Just remember, untick the chosen number before you try out the program for real.